Won't you let the light shine through?
Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of 6 Weeks to Shoot with GJ Fitness. This episode is on dieting for fat loss. The most important thing when losing body fat is your diet. So this is probably be the most important video to watch if you want to get lean.
So if you don't really want to count calories or macros, kind of the first things you want to do is cut out more processed foods, kind of more high fat foods and high in sugar foods. If you have a tendency to kind of binge whilst dieting, it's good to spread out your meals throughout the day so you're not hungry a lot of the time, so it stops you from wanting the urge to binge. Also, another tip is to add in high fibrous vegetables and protein, because it takes your body longer to digest it, so you're not as hungry as quick.
But using these tips, you're still not guaranteed fat loss, because if you're in a calorie surplus, you're still going to be gaining weight, and you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. So the most guaranteed way to lose weight is by counting your macros. So this is counting your proteins, your fats and your carbs. Now, the first thing you want to do is find your basic metabolic rate. You can probably do that online, or just search metabolic rate calculator or whatever, put your details in, it will come up with a approximate thing of your metabolic rate. Now, another way to do it is weigh yourself every day, eat consistent food, eat the same food every day and see if your weight drops or increases. If you're increasing weight, you're in a calorie surplus. If you're decreasing weight, you're in a calorie deficit. When you're making your diet, you want to start with a certain amount of macronutrients, which is proteins, carbs and fats. And as you go on, you want to decrease the calories. So first of all, you want to determine what your macros are. A good way to start this is by eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. When you do that, that's your protein. Then you want to have your fats, say about 50. This is just for an average person. If you're small, you want to have a bit lower. This is when you're cutting, obviously. And then your carbs fill up the rest. I usually you'd want to start them if you're in a calorie deficit at about the same as your protein, or slightly more, depending on how genetically blessed you are with your metabolism.
Yeah.
Then every few weeks you want to drop your carbohydrates until you've got to where you want to be, basically, in fat loss. But if you're losing weight still, don't change your calories, don't change your macros. Keep it the same. If you're losing weight, you're doing well. You don't need to change anything. Don't fix something that's not broken. Now, to figure out what macros you're eating, you can go on either MyFitnessPal or a app like that, and that counts you just input the food and it counts the calories for you, counts the macros for you.
Yeah.
Also, you've got to be honest with what you're eating. You've got to, maybe you want to weigh it out the first few times to figure out what you're actually eating, and you don't have to weigh it usually again if you just eat the same amount every time.
Yeah, and it's better to overcount than undercount.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
The most important thing in losing weight is being in a calorie deficit. What that means is you want to be burning more calories than you consume. That is the number one thing to losing weight.
Yeah.
Now, you can go and, if you want to be one of those people that do if it fits your macros and have all kinds of sugary, all kinds of bad food and fit them in the macros. It does work, but it is far less effective, and you'll find that unless you've got an extremely fast metabolism, you'll find that you'll eat less calories, total calories, to get to that same result. So basically, and when you're in dieting, you want to be eating as many calories as possible, because that's going to be the most sustainable. Eating the most calories is going to be the most sustainable for your body. So, in my opinion, if a fixed macros isn't the best, I mean, it works if you've got fast metabolism, works if you're, but in my opinion, I would rather eat a lot more food, a lot more volume of food, a lot better food. You feel better, you know, it's just, to me it's common sense, but other people like to use FFS your macros.
We don't really go by that, so if you're more interested in that, it's kind of better to research it yourself. Because we don't really talk about it that much.
You're missing out all the micronutrients as well unless you're taking them in pill form, so it's just, to me it's a bit more effort than it's worth. Another good thing you can do is make a meal plan of your macros, right, and then just fit the food into your meal plan. That's what I do because I find that easiest. I made a meal plan with macros, so for breakfast, lunch, dinner and whatever meals, I've counted what macros I'm going to have in those meals. I've counted my proteins, fats and carbs in each meal, and then I just cook a meal to those macros. Yeah,
it's easiest when you can fit everything in during the day, so you're not eating everything in the morning and early afternoon, having nothing left at night time.
Yes. Now I'd like to talk a bit about nutrient timing. This basically is to do with your carbs. Carbs is the thing that is the most important in nutrient timing. Where you time your carbs is going to have the biggest effect on your body. Although it's only going to give you, say, a 5% benefit compared to if you just eat the food whenever. What you want to do is plan most of your carbs around your workout. Currently I'm eating about 200 carbs, having 2/3 of my carbs before and after my workout, and then the rest is in the rest of the day. It's going to help you perform at your best in your workout, having your carbs around your workout. Protein is, I keep it consistent throughout the day, so I try to have a large amount of protein at each meal. Fats, I don't really add them in as such because I usually get it with what I'm cooking my food, my meats in. Usually have a little bit of fat as well, so the oils and the actual fats from the meat usually brings me up high enough.
The next thing we're going to talk about is cheat meals. So cheat meals gives you a mental break from your diet. It helps satisfy your cravings and it helps you get back on your diet for the next week. Do you want to have about 1 to 2 cheat meals a week? It's where you get to eat really whatever you're craving throughout the week. Also, you want to cut your carbs throughout the day so you can enjoy the meal without having to worry that you're going to go over your calories. The most important part of the cheat meal is not to binge. You don't want to lose all the hard work you've done throughout the week on just this one meal.
Hope this video helps you guys achieve your fat loss goals. Next video will probably be the supplement video. So till next time, peace!